We're going to the crater. Off to the crater.
Have you seen those Mothman cultists yet? Straight out of the loony bin, I tell ya. You damn right we are. Yeah, I didn't have much of a chance the other night. Can't really get too angry at them because of the other night. I mean, look at the team. I'm missing so much of the team. I gave him a pass for that one. Not much I could do. Yep, 4 flyers. I turned it off and it was 3-0. I wasn't watching the game. I just looked at the Philadelphia.com page there. And it was 0-0, 1-0, 2-0. And this other thing I look at, and looked over there, and all the Flyer reporters were flipping out because they discounted the Parody goal, and from my understanding, they should have counted. So, and then instead of 2-1, it stayed 2-0, and then right away they scored me to 3-0. It's like, I can't put up with any more of this. I'm not even going to look no more. So I think I might have played a little bit of a video game or watched something on Netflix and called her the night. No, I haven't actually watched a full Flyer game in a really, really long time. Just can't do it. Just can't do it. I got better things I can torture myself with if I wanted. It's not going to be them. It really sucks too. It's almost, I don't know what word to use, but just that, because ever since a little kid until right up about the last Stanley Cup final, I was pretty spoiled, man. Of course the Flyers didn't win the cup all the time. But if they didn't get to the finals, they at least got to the, you know, like second, third round all the time. And for like, I don't know how many years, it was like 20 some odd years, they didn't miss the playoffs. So for 20 some odd years, you always had at least a chance, you know? Oh, Cordell, I just saw you there. You're back home. How you feeling, Cordell? How's the foot? A few months from now, you'll be running along. That's good to hear, Cordell. Hopefully you can walk around the summer and then we'll take you out for a slice of pizza. And like I said, we'll take Tiny with us if he's still living in the area. He's supposed to move to Arden, but then he told me the other day he's not. So, I don't know. I have no idea with Mr. McCauley. He's like a gypsy. There one day and gone the next. Sure likes moving around, that guy. Surprised he's been in Napanee so long. Yeah, I haven't talked to him in a little bit. Just a couple of messages back and forth, but never did. I don't know how he's been doing. Bounce. Okay, one's there, one's over here. Hey, Cordell, I know you like local hockey. I know you're a big Napanee Raider fan and all that, but do you watch the NHL? And if you do watch the NHL, who's your team? So I know you're a big hockey fan. That I already know. I just never hear you talking about the NHL. And I know you're not a Flyer fan. Because you would have said something by now. Don't take long to see if I'm a Flyer fan. You see any podcasts, see a great big flag hanging out there. Oh, I got a bug. It's gonna make me have to restart this. So I got a bug. Pretty soon the blue screen will come up. Yeah, let's see, everything's doubled. Should be getting the blue screen soon. Lights on. That's what I want. Totally hate when somebody shoots at me with a shotgun. Oh, you got a roach? I certainly do. Oh, the other one's right over there. Nice job, so. Where's the other one that I'm playing this? Oh, it's a man. I was just there too. I walked past, I was talking to Cordell. And I missed it. Clink. Alright, so she's done. I should be getting a blue screen. Well, before I get a blue screen, maybe I'll head off here. I don't know why it's showing all my items double. But every time you see that happen, usually I get a blue screen. I don't want it popping up when I'm doing something. Let me see if I can activate that. Oh, see what? Should be getting a freaking blue screen. I'm just gonna restart this. I don't like that. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I don't know. The old man is down the road. Now, let me check the inventory. See if we're back to normal. Oh,
We have to cut ourselves free from America.
check that inventory now.
Take the old, forge it in.
So we're back to normal. Good. Okay. So I'm going to go down and see Wardo. Hand in his item that he wanted. Grumpy Ward. Cordell, he don't stay too long. I wanted to find out what his favorite hockey team was. Just pops in, says hello. Yeah, so no more Cordell. I still don't even know if he knows about me talking about that piece of pizza. One day I might say something to him like, I don't know what you're talking about. Dude, I talked about it live stream. What? Maybe he left the room. Alright, Ward. Let me just check something before I give this to you. Alright, here you
The
go.
quicker you recover our missing equipment, the better. I see you have our missing property. I'm sorry to hear that. I wish there'd been another way. I'll get this intrusion module integrated.
Whatever. See you around, Ward.
I'm sore all over. Building this place up is hard work.
Anywhere I'm gonna have to go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go in there. Few more minutes. 10 to 12 more minutes. I got to level. Because the dailies are reset. That's the end of that tea. That's 2 cups of tea, that's enough. Drink any more, it'll make me sleepy. Where do you go? Oh, there he is. That person didn't like me taking their picture, but I had to. Davenport needed that picture taken, and the next thing you know, all hell broke loose. Yeah, some people don't like the picture taken. And those are some of those people that I'm talking about. Alright. Time-wise, I'm sure it'll be okay. a couple minutes yet. Might make it. Just might make it.
I splatter your brains! Scared already?
Yo! Hey man, what's up, bro? Good to have you pop by and say good day. I hope you're having a good one. Last I was talking to you, I told you I had to go to the beer store, and then I don't think I came back on. Now you get to see my character and all her glory. Shoot, your armor fixed. Did it right on before. I had to do this before it falls. Yeah, that's all I wanted, and then I just got to my base and this armor. I am broken, not bad. Yeah, and there she is. She changes her uniform daily. Who the hell shooting at me? Oh, I didn't just make it in either. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Join a public channel. They're all pretty easy. Well, I guess I don't have to rush them. Fucker. Caught me out there. Give you that. I want this for the... Where'd that go? Explosion. Knocked it somewhere. There was a can of oil there. There it is. I wanted that. I like my oil. I use a lot of oil. Very nice. I want a can. You blew it up real good. Mutant hounds. Oh, I don't need that. I already know it. I do want that one. We're almost ready to leave. Alright, just a couple more soup mutants and then I can go back home. Repair my armor. It's fucking just falling off me. Could use a repair kit, but I'm too cheap. Where are you? There you are. Nothing for lunch today, I guess. Oh, I see a Phantom Cola. Take that. Never passed on that. Like the dance. Dance with me. That's too bad. What's in this pile of duck? 5 cows. Where did you go? There you are. I'll take that one. No. Check the cigarette machine. No, got that there too. Some good goo. Oh, I'll take that. That hasn't refreshed. Where's the dog? Oh, I guess you blew up in the explosion. No apples, not big on apples. Not those ones. I don't think I have anything I really want to crush up before I leave. Oh. Why the hell I had that? Oh, a bunch of this shit I picked up. Why? Alright, just about ready to go. I just want to get this. And this. Oh, we're gonna go home. Fix our broken enough armor. Pretty sure we got at least 2 pieces broken. At least 2 pieces are broken. Last dance with Mary Jane. Well, it won't be the last, but excusez-moi. Light on here, it's be dark. Full moon. Oh, look, that's nice Wawa. There you go, girl. The whistle is no longer dry. Oh, nickel cola, that's what I wanted. Good robot, good robot. I like that robot. Brings me lots of nickel cola. Turning up. It's still snowing. Alright, let's check out the old aristocrat. Oh, might as well get that over there. And we're gonna have some repairs here, that's for sure. This guy's alright. There's tough armor. There's 1 menu. I figured 2. No, just the 1. Oh, I'll repair that. Just
Please, target
Insult
acquired.
vault. But
I would say you have a face. Only a mother could love.
this one's pretty
Except
gold.
your entire family already died in the Great War. We're done here.
You've done better. Keep this girl in shape. Unlike the person that plays her. No, that's not beer. That's Mountain Dew. Ah, that damn rat or a mole's up there chewing on my crops. I guess we're gonna go there and fix the problem. Oh, is he running away? Sure. Come on, you might freaking bonus there. There's that little bastard. You just volunteered to be supper. Oh, I didn't know you were electric. What damage did you friggin' do? Here's another one. See more? I don't know. Let's see if they did any damage, because I can't tell with so many crops. Nope, I guess I got them in time. I thought there was another one. It's usually always 3 or 4. Definitely 3. I never like just oops. I never stop. I'm killing just 2. It's usually at least 3 or 4. I think that's it. Did I see the word repair? No, I'm not big on eggs. No, man. I guess the closest I can get for enjoying eggs is I like an omelet, and then put it inside like a sandwich, like a toasted Western sandwich. You know, I can dig that. You know, once in a while in the winter. But I'm not really big on eggs. Oh, I like egg rolls. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, yeah, egg rolls, man. I like Chinese food. I never had homemade egg rolls, but if you're talking about just baking them out of the, like, frozen pack, I don't like those. Egg salad sandwich? Yeah, I don't mind egg salad sandwich. Yeah, I forgot. I like them once in a while. Once in a while. That's the big word, once in a while. Like, once every few months. As long as the person knows how to make a proper egg salad. I don't like great big fucking chunks in it. I like it cut, I like it like really small. Really, really small. Like, if it's big chunks, it's gonna go to the fucking dog. Your dog will have no problem eating it. I had pizza last night. Pizza and a poutine. Me and the dog. Always the dog. And one thing I haven't had in a real long time, which I don't mind, and it has to be small too, like small like the egg salad sandwich, because I don't mind a nice, and I do mean once in a while too, is a nice chicken salad sandwich. But like I said, like once in a while, like, oh, I better get rid of this extra weight. I forgot to open these. These are my Christmas presents that I forgot all about. Yeah, the small town that I live in, the poutine's not what I'd call the greatest. Like, of course you can get it at those places like Harvey's and Wendy's and Dairy Queen. So that's just like garbage. But it's good if you're hungry, I guess, and somebody gives it to you for free. No, I don't like. I don't like. You would hate this. I don't like much. I don't like much seafood. If you were talking to my brother-in-law, boy, would you guys have a good conversation. No, I'm not big on seafood. Like, to me, and yes, I have tasted it, but to me, in my head, I think of lobster and crab as, and they pretty much kind of are, as aquatic bugs. They're more related to a bug than they are to a fish. But I mean, hey, I mean, anybody that hears me say I don't like lobster is pretty much going to say, "Are you crazy?" You could offer to take me out to the most expensive restaurant where you live for lobster, and you're paying for it. All I do, man, is order like French fries or something. Maggots of the sea. Yeah, pretty expensive maggots. I have a friend that lives out east. I can't remember where. Not the one I told you that goes to Quebec, the beer store. I forget the other one. I know he's right on the ocean because he always has pictures of him catching sea bass. But I'll ask him where exactly he lives, or else I'll have to look on Facebook. And he told me that when he moved out there, that one of the things he thought, because he's from Ontario, right, like me, and he said one of the things that he was really sure when he moved out there was the lobster was going to be cheap. And he told me that it wasn't cheap at all. He doesn't fish for lobster, I know that, but he has some friends. I don't know if they do it legal or not, because he had a picture about 2 years ago. And he had a whole fucking crate full of lobster that he said he got from some friends. I don't know legally or not, because my friend would take it either way, legal or not. He'd take it. And I know that's a big no-no. Buying illegal lobster. Yeah, I don't doubt you, man. I don't know. I have no clue, but I don't doubt you'd know because you live there. No, I'm more of a beef kind of guy. You know, I like stuff like steak and hamburger meat, hamburgers. I like a lot of that. I'm not huge on chicken, here and there. I sure like beef though. Barbecue gets a good workout. Well, back when we were talking about the deer and stuff, like I don't hunt myself, but my brother-in-law, my other brother-in-law, not the one that would talk to you about seafood, but my other brother-in-law, he hunts. He goes out for the moose and the deer. I don't like the deer, but I'll take some moose when he out for the moose. I've tried it every way. Well, I can't say I've tried it every way. I've tried it quite a few different ways. I even tried it. This one guy at the cement plant, he made the meat sticks, deer meat sticks. Everybody loved them but me. And he's like, "Oh, you'll love this, man." He's like, "I know you say you don't like deer, but you'll really like this." And I tried it, took one bite. He's like, "You don't like it, do you?" And I'm like, "Sorry, man. Like, I don't." Yeah, I like moose. I really do like moose, but my brother-in-law, he also has given me moose sausage. That was pretty good too. Yeah, no, the same guy made the jerky, but he also made meat sticks. He made jerky and meat sticks, and I think that was it, or there might have been something else. But I didn't try the jerky. I tried the meat stick because he told me he had normal and spicy, and I like spicy stuff, eh? So I told him, I'll take a spicy one, and it was nice and spicy. But I didn't. That had that gamey taste. I don't like that gamey taste, man. But I've had a moose meat stick before. I've had it regular and hot, and it was super duper awesome. Freaking right it was. And then remember, I don't know if you remember or not, because you were jonesing for the liquor store, but we were talking too about how I like bear, and I remember you said that you weren't too fond on bear. It was not on your high list for hunting food. And then a little while later, you're all happy because the liquor store opened, and you're like, "See you later, man. I'll be back on." And then I saw you were back on, but I might have popped in and said hello. I can't remember, but I think I might have been playing most of my game. I think I was playing like a hockey game. Speaking of fat, I hope you don't do this, because I've never heard of anybody in my life do this other than what I'm going to tell you. When I was in high school, I this guy lived with our family. He was a Spanish exchange student, you know, right from Spain. You know, high schools do that. I didn't go to Spain, but he lived with us. And one day I was cooking bacon in the frying pan, and I was going to make up bacon and put it on like toasted sandwich and eat it. And he was like, I don't like pork, very much pork. And then after I was done, I was going to pour the bacon grease down the sink or whatever, I don't know. And he's like, no, 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 stop, stop. What are you doing? You crazy? Are you crazy? I'm like, what? He made his bacon sandwich. He put the bacon on the toast. It looked normal like mine. And then he poured the fucking grease over top of the sandwich. And I said, well, are you fucking nuts? And he's like, no, everybody where I live does that. And I said, nobody here does it. I said, even the restaurant probably wouldn't do that. What a nut. Oh, he ate it right up. Fucking poured bacon grease all over his sandwich. What the fuck? Other countries, the way they eat their food, eh? But as for pork, I don't like roast pork. I can't stand roast pork, but I like bacon. And if you go to those Chinese buffet places and they have those chicken pork balls, or not chicken pork, I'm sorry. They have those pork balls. They're just like a chicken ball, but they're smaller than their pork. Oh, they're really good. He's a real greaser. Yeah. In Spain, like back then, we're talking like the 90s, right? But in Spain, like the hash and pot and all that's like pretty legal. And he was having a friend send once a month, like 2-3 grams in the mail and letters, and he'd compress it big time. That was some of the best hash I ever smoked in my life. And my buddy that was living with the Spanish guy that was getting it for us, Enrique. He told me it was from Morocco, and he said if you're sitting at the park smoking a joint of hash or whatever, he said the worst thing will happen is the cop will come up and say, "Come on, man, don't smoke here. Kids play in the park." That's the worst that'll happen to you. And the other thing is, he says that when you go to McDonald's, here he goes in Canada, he goes, it's stupid, you order a Big Mac, fries, and a large Coke. He goes in Spain, you order a Big Mac, large fries, and a large beer. I'm like, are you serious? He's like, yeah. I'm like, wow. Yeah, some countries, I think that the drinking age in like France is 14. I think he said in Spain it's 16. If I remember. Yeah, I think that's what it was, 16. But, yeah, I guess so, eh? He's like, you can't like go in there and sit and drink beer at McDonald's all day. It's just one of those things where he says nobody goes to McDonald's and gets drunk. He says you just get a beer because he says like beer is just like such a common thing. Like booze is like so common in their culture, and they don't abuse it. The only time they do anything really crazy is that run of the bulls, and you know where they get all drunk, and then after they get drunk, they release these bulls into the streets, and the people try to outrun them. Well, my buddy said he did that once, but he had to hop over a fence, and he couldn't complete it. Like the bull almost got him, and he was near a fence, and he hopped over it, and he said he stayed there. He didn't want to do no more.
You serious?
I was like, at least you're honest and didn't tell me some big bullshit story how you outran the bulls.
I guess.
He's like, nobody outruns the bulls. And he said there's another thing, they have this event. It's this big arena, right? But it's like outdoors with no roof. And he says in the middle of the arena is this great big table. And it has all these bottles of booze, every bottle of liquor you can think of, right? I don't think he said there was beer. And then there's like little shot glasses and stuff. And he says, anybody that wants to go and grab a drink for free, you're allowed. It's totally allowed. But inside the arena is like all these angry bulls roaming around. So the thing is people go in, drink a shot, and then they run out. And the crowd's like, "Oi!" And I'm like, I would never do that, man. I wouldn't even do that in a freaking cow field. What a guy. No, but he thought like hockey and stuff was like he was blown away. Like, how do you get away with that? How can you hit a guy with your stick? How can you punch a guy in the face and he doesn't get charged by the police? That's crazy. And I said, this isn't soccer. Where you come from, somebody in soccer, they push you and you cry, and in hockey, somebody pushes you, you punch him in the fucking face. And the referees, if he doesn't like the guy, sometimes the referee won't call the penalty because maybe that guy called the referee a name before. Referees are just as human as us, and they can get angry and not make a call they see right in front of them because they don't like you. And they do it too, all the time. But yeah, he thought he liked it. He liked it, but he thought hockey was just a little over the top. Like, I said, it's just fine for me. So, I told him, like we play road hockey too. He came out and watched us play some road hockey and that, and he saw fights breaking out. He's like, "You guys even fight in road hockey?" I said, "It's hockey, man. It don't matter if it's on the road or on the ice." I said, "This is our blood." And then he's like, he didn't understand how after the hockey game, the guys wouldn't be grudgy at each other, like they wouldn't be like fighting after the game and all, still angry at each other. He said, "No, when the game's over, it's over." Within about an hour, everybody's calmed down. I wasn't one of those guys that went out and started fights. There was too many people that kicked my ass. Plus, we had guys on the teams that I played that if there was a fight needed, they were the ones to do it, not me. Very dark. Oh yeah, if you're still there, something I wanted to tell you just popped in my head so that you don't waste any money. I was watching another couple of videos on that Dying Light 2. Then I watched a couple more after that, and some of them were saying wait until the game comes out before you buy it, because the one thing that's really fishy is they're not showing any gameplay for the PlayStation and Xbox. So some people are thinking that it's gonna be like bug-ridden and it'll be hard to load up on the PlayStation and all this shit. And so I'm not gonna waste any money. I'm gonna wait. If there's lots of good reviews and blah blah blah, then I'll get it. But I'm taking the suggestion from the videos I watched, and I'm not gonna fucking get the game. I was so close to. Right after I was talking to you, man, I was like almost ready to, like I told you, I wasn't lying to you, like I had like these PlayStation cards here, and where's the other one? Oh, you know, I used one. It's a pack, right? Maybe you've seen it in your store. It's a pack, and they got like three. Yeah, that's the one I scratched. They got like three like little $20, $20, $20, and then these are to $50 each. The only reason I got all these is because like my birthday was the day after Christmas, and my sisters every year it's my birthday, they always get me PlayStation cards because they know that can't go wrong doing that. So I was about ready to freaking cash in about, what was that, $79.99, and now they charge tax on the PlayStation game, so that would have been like, you know, almost $90. And then the game comes out, can't play it. Got it. Those cards aren't going to expire. They can sit right there. They can sit right there. I used the one. I opened up the pack because I... No, yeah, I remember you told me, actually... Yeah, you did tell me the price. Yeah, I remember you told me that when we were talking. I was trying to tell you that I had 110. I was wrong. I had 160. But when you type it in, like 160, then the computer voice like 16 or one. Actually, I said 110 to you. 110 in a female voice. What the fuck is that? Is that for all PlayStation? If you set it so that you can't do the talking, the typing, would my PlayStation do the same thing? I don't have a brother. I got two younger sisters. Both of them married. And they marry good guys with good jobs. Yeah, they didn't marry like somebody like me or my friends. No, they did well. What am I looking for? The shovel. Who just shot me? Squirt shots. I take him out with the shovel. I think that's the first time in the game I've killed a Scorch officer with a shovel. Yeah, I have a friend I've known since grade 9. He's about as close, I guess, I'll ever have to a brother. We argue over the years and fight like a brother, but we're always together as brothers would be. But he got me, I'm not going to get up and get it. He gets me stuff, not for Christmas. We don't do that. We get each other something for our birthday every year, and like he got me like it's like this like lunch box, right? Looks like a lunch box, and then when you open it up, inside's like all this like Fallout stuff. But you buy it like that, like he didn't put it together. It was pretty cool, and I can get up and show you this. Just 1 second. I got myself one, and then I got him one for his birthday. I think I got him the one that does this, but I'll show you. Ugh. Yeah, I got myself one, and I got him one for his birthday. So, I'm gonna put that right there for now. I got him that, it was like about $75 Canadian on Amazon, Canadian Amazon. And it was the year of the COVID, right? And I shit you, I took a shovel away, didn't I? I shit you not. Right after that, the COVID hits, right? And then Amazon prices went like berserk. Everything went phew. And the same thing I got him, I showed him about 6-7 months later. I was like, click this link for Amazon. I said, it's the exact same thing I got you. And there was two different people. One guy was selling it for like $220, and the other guy was selling it for like $195. And he's like, holy shit. And I said, I didn't pay that. I wouldn't spend that much money on your ass. He starts laughing, but no, everything went up. Everything's kind of back to normal now. A little hot, tiny bit higher than it used to be, but. Okay, so I gotta go see this pumpkin Jack. I gotta go see Jack. I don't mind Jack. Some robots in this game I freaking hate. But not Jack. There's my gremlin. Yeah, I got lots of little trippy shit.
So
Trippy shit. They got like these guys on YouTube. We collaborate together and make these fucking stupid, fucking shitty comedy videos, eh? Shit, some of the shit I have I've used as props before. Yeah, they're good guys. Americans are all Americans. I don't meet very many Canadians, to tell you the truth. And shit I do. Places I go on the internet, like for YouTube and just the PlayStation stuff. And then when I do meet, I'm not shitting you, this is the truth. When I meet a Canadian, it seems the Americans are almost cooler to meet than the Canadians, because like, I don't know, like just most of the Canadians I've met is just, I don't know, I didn't really seem to get along with them that well. Not that we argued or anything, I don't know, weren't my kind of people. But these other guys, yeah, they're kind of neat. The one guy I'd have no problem hanging with offline, but the other guys, I don't think I'd hang with them offline too much, just because differences in, like, they like doing shit that I wouldn't. Like, they'd like to go watch like a movie like Batman, right? Not me. I'd rather fucking sit home and drink a beer. I don't like beer. The one guy, he don't like beer, but I'd still go out and watch a scary, like a horror movie with him. That one guy's pretty, but I'm not into superheroes and shit. Yeah, I don't meet very many UK and Aussies. I think probably because when I come on, I usually come on like between 4 and 6 in the morning. That's usually when I start up. And sometimes I like I've told you before, like watching some live video game feeds. So I don't know, maybe they're gone. But you said that you're on like I forget what time you told me, but it was at least 3 or 4 hours before I start. So yeah, you probably run into them quite often. Now what do I need to do here? Oh, okay, I can do that. Roxy's got me on the hunt. Where are my guys to hunt? Are they way over here? Let's go. What am I missing here? How come I can't see? Ah, you're right near me. Well, I'm glad I didn't take off. So I gotta go there. Yeah, see, I mainly play this game. Not only, but mainly. And I'm picky with games, yeah, like, just the way I am for myself. And I was really looking forward to that Dying Light. Like I told you, I was like, yeah, but that close to pre-ordering it. And I think, I don't know, within 12 hours of talking to you, I watched a couple more videos. And then just happened to be on the side of the YouTube feed about some couple negative things to say about it. And I said, well, the way I am, I don't just look at the bright side, I gotta hear both sides of the story. And I didn't like what I was hearing. And it did make sense, because they haven't shown any live video game play, only on PC. And like the guy made, this is not my big brain thinking, the guy made a good point. He said that these guys that are showing us the videos of the gameplay, they're on like super kick-ass fucking computers, man, like top of the line. So of course it's gonna run smooth and look just perfect. And of course I know they do that for all games, but I was just started clicking in and I was like, and then when they say there's no gameplay footage, that's like not cool. And I wasn't even thinking that. And it's true. Every game's always gets promoting their gameplay footage and stuff because they want you to buy it. No, everything they were promoting was the early PC stuff. Yeah. I had this one friend. Man, this he's what you he has this impulse, like he just buys game after game after game. I can't do that. I even said to him, like, what the hell's wrong with you, man? I already got that. Okay. Where's the other guy shooting at me? Yeah, the games aren't cheap, man. As you know. Yeah, because I've made that mistake, a long time ago. Not recently, thank God. A long time ago. Come here, you. Just 1 second, man. I'm gonna kill you if you don't. Alright. Oh, I just about to kill him too. I'll give you one more chance.
You can tell Roxy to do something more productive with her life and let me live mine.
You know what? Fuck you. Okay, I gotta read what you wrote here. Yeah. Yeah, I remember my old Dell computer had a disk burner. Yeah, a lot of the good times are gone. Yeah, games are fucking expensive, man. And then the thing is, like my buddy said the other day, this is a different buddy that doesn't buy games all the time, and he says, "You bought a game lately?" And I said, "No, why?" He goes, "Do you know that they now are charging? They're now charging tax on the game because like they never do." And I was like, "Actually, yeah, I did know." And he was like, "Well, how do you know if you haven't bought a game?" And I said, "Because I have the Follow First PlayStation on my PlayStation. I got the Follow First membership, and I renew it every month. And it says something like $17.49, and then whatever that was, and you pay it. And then one day I went on it, and it was like 19 something, and it showed the taxes. I was like, what the fuck? And they hadn't had taxes on the game, on any game I've ever played that you can buy through digital until just the last few months they started doing that, bastards. I remember a long time ago I was talking to somebody and they're like, how can you not have to pay taxes? I go, I don't know, must have taxes included in the price. And they're like, no, or it'd say so. I'm like, well, I don't know. What do you want me to do? Write a letter to them and then so I can start paying taxes? Well, what you're doing is illegal. I said, it's not illegal to me. I'm not doing anything fucking wrong. Okay, I gotta take a look at this one more time. I gotta go way down there. Roxy. I'll go up and do that rock. Cash that into Roxy. Let's see how the cranberry relish is holding out. 15 minutes. Oh yeah, Roxy. Did I get that picture? No, I did. Okay, let's go see Roxy. I remember I was listening to you, watching your last video there when you were live just before I went to Beer Store. You were like moving around on the map because you had to get to one of your quests, and you were talking about how much you're happy about saving money on caps because you're using your partner's camps to zip, zip, zip to get to where you need it on the right side of the map. Oh, I remember back being very broke those days and so hard to get money, and well, obviously my character's a high level and I have lots of stuff, so she's almost always rich. I don't like her ever going under 20,000 caps if possible. Let's see what she has. 28,000 caps. Yeah, I remember also I used to have to, had to be a cheapskate. Didn't have it. I used to have to, I'd say fuck it. I'm not paying 8 caps, and I'd like actually run the map, like go to the spot, just like I am now. Walk. My buddy used to do that too. So like, how do you get caps?
Can I cross this?
By not wasting them.
Good. I don't even care. So you're deuce. Now.
Well, now I don't have to worry about hoarding them. It's just because I run into so much stuff that I can sell, and quests like that just gave me 100 caps. that I do every day. That's what I'm doing now on my daily. So every day I'm gonna get 100 caps per round. Also, that's the other thing I have is I got vending machines. I'm in my own world right now, but yeah, I got vending machines. The base that I have a couple bases too. I don't use this base, but this is the base I mostly use. But when I go to public events or I'm going to be on, and sometimes they'll have like these public events, like the Mothman thing they had at Equinox. This is my base here. I'll open up to the public, and that's right full of some pretty fucking awesome scrolls. I always can make at least 1,000 caps within a half hour. But that's not my priority. There's people that are really hardcore at selling shit, and I'm not one of them. But there's people that play all the time on public servers, and they're rich because they're always selling good stuff, and they go do events, get these scrolls they already know, put it in the vending machine. I'd say most of the vendors, most of them, not all, most of I've encountered the vending machines in the public servers have been pretty fair prices. But I've seen some, man, it's like, you're not gonna sell fuck all. I don't know. Sometimes you almost think, are they just doing this for a joke? But, like, and then there's other times where you start thinking, well, who the fuck is gonna be dumb enough to spend that much caps on a certain recipe? If you really, 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 really want a recipe or a plan and you don't know it, just server hop until you find the person, because there's always going to be somebody selling it. I didn't want to come here to take that, but I'm going to have to, ain't I? Damn. This is just kind of a boring one to base to take. I didn't come here for the base. I gotta get some basic paper targets or something like that. Maybe up here somewhere. Oh, sometimes, man, I just sell. I get so much fucking legendary items. I just, and if they're not, like godly like or really, really good, then I just sell them to the vendor, at the normal vendor, like for caps, because to me they're just waste of space. And I have one friend that I play the game with religiously. He's that guy I've known since grade 9. I've known him offline. I'll save things and give him stuff. But other than that, you'd be shocked at some stuff I fucking sold, or else I'll give to noobs. I give a lot of shit away to noobs when I'm on public servers too. I see them low level, they'll drop a bunch of fucking skin caps, rataway, disease cures. And it's not because I'm being I'm a nice guy. When I first started playing the game, I started playing on beta, but I started noticing that everybody was helping each other, and it never stopped. The majority of the community was very helpful. So, and I can't remember ever running into an asshole, which is nice, because almost every game seems to be full of fucking assholes, but this one, I don't know why. Majority just seem to be buddy, like get along. Like I hardly ever see the wanted thing on the map. When the game first came out, it was on the map a lot. I got to hunt down a few people. Oh shit. I think I want to be up here. Where the hell was that thing? It's supposed to be, oh, there it is. That looks hot. Oh, where are you? Oh, that's a long ways down. I don't want to jump, I guess. Alright, so get the box targets. So I'm gonna have to, just want to take a peek here and see how many more super mutants are kicking around here. Right on. I'm actually not a bad cook. I know lots of people will say that they're a very good cook, but the reason I'm not a bad cook is, well, I don't cook like, you know, I don't go around cooking turkeys and shit like that. But the things I do like cooking is because I like cooking something and make them right. Like I can make really good lasagna and spaghetti, homemade meatballs, and I make an amazing cheesesteak, meatball subs, shit like that. But I've done stupid things while cooking. Not lately, but a long time ago, right? A long time ago. I was gonna do something. I don't know what it was. Doesn't matter. And my mom's like, make sure you preheat the oven, all that stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I know all that stuff. And I did. And then I was down in my, back then, I guess, that house, I was, yeah, so anyway, I think I was upstairs in a bedroom or something, and my mom's yelling, screaming in the kitchen, and came to see what was the problem, and I didn't take this roasting pan out. I just put the oven on preheat the oven, and I forgot about the pan. But there was nothing wrong with the pan, because it was like, you know, good strong roasting pan, but dumb. I might have did that once more, but not in the last 20 years. Plus, I think I was younger back then, so obviously I was younger back then, so the weed was probably hitting me a little better. I didn't have the tolerance level for all those years later. My one friend in high school, he told me that he told me that his dad, bummer. He told me that his dad knew that he smoked dope and he was in big trouble, and he told me that he was quitting. This was back in high school in grade 10, and I was like, wow, man, how does your dad know? And he told me that he was in his room having a snack, and his dad knocked on his bedroom door and said, I want to talk to you. And he's like, so how long have you been smoking dope? And my friend Jason thought his dad found some dope or whatever, and Jason was really careful. And Jason's like, I don't, Dad. And he goes, oh, yeah? He goes, well, how come, okay, at his house, they had a bread box on the counter, and his dad says, how come the bread's in the fridge and the milk is in the cupboard? And Jason was like stoned too when his dad came in his room, and Jason's like didn't know what to say. And his dad just closed the door and said, this isn't the end of the talk or whatever, and closed the door. But he was so stoned, Jason put the milk in the cupboard. Some people put their bread in the fridge, and some people put their bread in like leave it on the counter. But yeah, whatever he did there, what he put in the fridge, his dad knew right away there was something going on, and then he went to go grab a freaking cup or whatever, and there's the milk. He never did quit. He quit for about a couple of months, and then he started. Next thing you know, he was back to smoking. His dad was great big cowboy hat, fucking always drinking whiskey, and mean as fuck. But I never gonna deal with shit like that. Yeah, well, my buddy basically did something like you did, and that was the day his dad knew that he said his dad had suspicions, but he didn't have no proof. buddy Jason, you know, he didn't smoke it in the house, so there was no smell. He didn't have like. He left his dope at his best friend's house. Like, he did everything so he couldn't get caught, but did what you kind of did, and what was that? I'm not going to defend that. I'm not going to retake that either. I gotta see what's next on the agenda. So I can go all the way down there. I gotta go see Davenport, I guess, before I do that. Do I have enough honey? I better check that. Yes, I do. One time I remember my dad, I don't know if, I think it was like grade 10. My dad found like a full fucking jar of oil in my room. And I came home from school, from high school, and my mom said something like, your dad threw your drugs out. My dad was at work. It was my mom's day off. And I was like, what are you talking about? And she's like, don't play stupid. And then she's like, told me, it was like a little jar like this, right full of dark stuff. And I went up to my room, and I had it like under my chair. It was kind of like almost hidden in the, by the leg. So he must have been coming in there looking for it. But anyway, my mom says it's at the bottom of the garbage if you want it. And I dug all the way through the garbage, and it was full of coffee grinds, and it was just nasty. It wasn't full of like shit or anything. It was like a kitchen garbage. So it was like just banana peel. But I got it. I sure did. And while my mom was sitting right at the kitchen table, she didn't say nothing. So my dad, like when I was little, he used to, on the tail end of, you know, he used to like grow marijuana and he used to have all these sunflowers, and then he grew the marijuana inside there. And I remember trying to use that for a defense. You used to grow marijuana, blah, blah, blah. Oh, not no more. That was the 70s, everybody did. Whatever. Had to do a little adjustments. Yeah, one thing I noticed that I never really noticed, well, not that I didn't notice before, it wasn't there before, but one thing I started noticing in the last few months is if I go to like a channel like that somebody's doing a live stream like you, and they don't have it set up like mine where people can have to chat the way it is now and type in shit, else I won't know. And then I started seeing, yours wasn't the first, yours was probably about the fifth. Where I started noticing on these live streams that people didn't have the chat like that, but they had it so that while they're playing, like, they had it set so that the computer voice does it. Does that just like automatically do it, even if I set my thing so that nobody could talk, I guess it would do the same for mine, or did you have to download something? I should have looked that up on... But I don't mind when people typing because I have just typing like this because, I don't know, I'm just used to that, so, you know, it don't bother me now doing it like this. Might bother other people because you got to type. Type out all... Well, I guess, unless you have the... So you can just talk to your keyboard. Okay, so what am I doing? I wanted to... Oh, I got to put this sugar... Snapchat. And I gotta go cash that honey in. Then I gotta go down to the fairgrounds. No, not fairgrounds. What is it? I don't know what it is. Park or something maybe. Yeah, I want to show you something here. 1 second. Okay, that's all I need to see. All right, I never checked it out before, and I'm not Mr. Genius, but I'm not Mr. Stupid when it comes to stuff like that. So it won't be hard for me to figure out. Maybe I'll try that once in a while, just for the fuck of it, just to see what it's like. Okay, so I got everything in there. Oh yeah, I want to put my seeds in there. Here's one thing I wanted to show you, just to show you that I'm not a liar. I was saying to you that during your podcast there when that about I got over 1 million or whatever in steel or lead and blah 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 because, and some people might say, oh whatever. I'll show you. On the right hand side here, you go down to there's lead, there's steel. Wait, that's vault steel. Sorry. Where's the lead? There's lead. That's a lot of lead. Now I'll show you the steel. That should be at the top, I think, isn't it? Where's the steel? Steel at the bottom? Yeah, there it is. Look how much steel I got. So what I eventually will do is I'm gonna get a bunch of my perk cards so that I can switch back and forth to a really good gun build, and I won't have to worry about those two supplies for making ammunition. There's if you go this way, there's a spot that's it's like a little gym, and inside there's a whole bunch of weights, the dumbbell parts, the heads of them, and they're all worth lots of lead. They're inside of there. Well, I'm not going in there because I don't need to. I need to go here though. Oh, I need to go here first. Let's see Davenport. Alright, I got you in the back here for a second. One of the reasons I do it like that, well, you can all look on my video list. There's a whole bunch of stuff having to do with marijuana and stuff, so I don't have a problem with that. But when I'm live like this, I have this one guy comes popping in. His name's Cordell, and he's like I don't know. He's like this guy that used to get bullied in my town. He's way younger than me, and then the town sort of like rallied together and got mad because he was getting bullied in high school. It was really a big thing. It was in our paper and everything. So basically everybody likes Cordell. He's like the town pet. He broke his foot. I told him when he feels better, gets it all in the summer, I'm going to take him out for a slice of pizza. So I don't want to do, well, how's it going, Cordell? You know, because he popped in here a long time ago. Him and another guy some guy from Philadelphia that I talk to all the time about the Flyers. He's a Flyer fan, and being a Flyer fan right now is not fun. The team sucks. Yeah, and also I was telling you I was going to hit 139 the other day. Well, now I'm 140. Alright. You know, I tell you one thing. I might, and when I say might, I think I will. I got to go into town later on today, maybe in about an hour or two, and you got to pick up a green pepper, portobello mushroom, and a red onion. So I'm making homemade meatballs and spaghetti sauce, homemade meat sauce. Or homemade spaghetti sauce, and I got the sauce here. I just put the jars there, but I don't have the fresh vegetables because I got for the hamburger. I like getting that from the and make it like being in the fridge. So that'll be what's going on. But my point is, yes, there's a point. I'm thinking about, because the grocery store is right beside the beer store almost. I might pick up for 12. Yeah, they changed our can logo. We got a new logo on it. It's all new design.
You've returned.
It's the first time I've seen
You
it
have the
them change
photographs
it
I
in like
asked for?
10 years.
I did promise a
This used to
reward,
be like a
so
black and white
please
sort of
accept these caps in
sideways
gratitude
stripe.
for
Now they
your
got like a
service.
big lion on it. It looks alright. Yeah, give me
A fair
more.
point, and here are yours.
See you tomorrow. Alrighty. So now I gotta go get that honey. Deliver it in. A good jump before I level again. I didn't even look at the dailies. What do we got going on here? Join a public team later on. Well, see, I'm super rich, you know, in this game. I'm still gonna save a couple caps. I'm for a loading screen to save. I get the big nice loading screen here, just to save maybe 2 caps for where I gotta go. I'm gonna use the shortcut and go to my tent. That's one thing that's pretty cool to follow first. You get like 1,650 atoms every month, and you get that tent and stash box. That's the main reason. If you're a daily or a weekly player and you're gonna play this game all the time, that stash box, man, it's unlimited. You can just fill it right up. That's how I got things in there that are in the millions. And then my buddy, because he works 2 jobs and he's a busy guy, but he still plays this like he's on here about 4 or 5 times a week for about 2 to 6 hours when he comes on. But yeah. So like what I do, I just go around anything that's really, really, really awesome in the game, even if it's something I don't use. He's so lucky because like I'll have it save for him. Like all the gear he's in, 90% of it's been from me. So he's really lucky, or else he'd be having to do a whole shitload of grinding. So it's almost like he's got this like shadow while he's working, going out and doing his job. I got a whole bunch of shit to give him too, but we haven't ran into each other in a bit. If it pops up on my screen, it'll say like bone rack. Now there he is. So I won't really quit the game for him. Yeah, he lives about maybe 20 minutes away from me by car in another little shitty town.
Challenging day.
Killed that one.
Well, a nice cup of tea will make
for
the
the
world
oil.
right again.
Stim pack in there. Alright, where the hell are you? Right there. Alright.
Welcome back, friend. I am afraid.
Well, I feel like
I'm
another one.
short of
Line.
money, and you've demonstrated a refreshing competence in the past. Perhaps you could assist again.
I'll help you.
Excellent. The forest, I expect, is teeming with it. Let's start
I'm
cracking.
not going to the forest to get stung by mutated friggin' killer bees.
Oh, gracious, you're back already.
I already got your honey.
Oh, delightful. Please do
Thanks. There you go. Goodbye. See you in 2 days. I seen you had a couple of wake and bake videos. I was going to watch them. And I forgot. Just remembered right now. I don't got anything like that. I might have something like that. I don't know. I haven't done shit like that in ages on YouTube. The fucking world doesn't materialize there enough. Too quick. I got like this one friend there, I think I told you, yeah, the guy that's a big doper. That's all he does on his channel is he'll come on for like an hour and or more. Just sit there and smoke weed and just talk. He doesn't have like this giant fan base or nothing, but there's usually about 5 people in the room talking. He's from Pittsburgh, that guy. You don't like my hockey team. Accuse me once in a while, but yeah, he coughs his fucking head off. I don't know if he's got rotten lungs or if he's just putting way too much in. But I'm kind of thinking he's putting way too much in. Sometimes he'll do these pale totes. Oh, coughs out a lung every time he does those. But he's a big toker. He likes his weed. He likes doing those dabs. I don't do dabs. Just too much work, too expensive habit. I'd just be buying too much of it. I just like the weed. I've always liked the weed. Easy to fucking buy and grow. I couldn't fucking high. If I didn't get high, I'd be smoking something else. Okay, just gotta do a little loot of this. Keep this stuff over here. There's aluminum over here. If I'm not mistaken. I need that big nasty glove out my mouth. Alright, there you go. I'll take that. I think the maximum cap's, I think it's 30,000. I should raise it up. Yeah, I drank the last 3 cans of beer I had yesterday. I don't know. This is when I get cravings for beer. Okay, exactly when I get cravings for beer, and it's pretty tough. If my hockey team's doing really good, then I'll drink a 12. I'll buy a 12 every night they play. Might not drink every single beer, but pretty close. And sometimes I will drink them all. And if my team's in the playoffs, same thing. The other one, it's pretty tough for me to fucking beat. Is nice summer day. Maybe it's because, where people like you and I live, we don't get fucking summer fucking non-stop. Moosehead dry ice. I don't mind the Moosehead regular. I don't like the strong. I remember when I was a teenager, I had like the one that was in the red bottle. I don't know if it's still red now, but it was then. It was like a red label. Not the red bottle. And holy shit, man. I think I took a couple sips, didn't like it. I'm an alcoholic. Well, I guess technically I guess I kind of am, because like I don't drink every day and I could go forever without it. But my problem is I can't enjoy just one beer, right? I have some friends that let's just say it's summer and they're at a barbecue and they show up at like 2 in the afternoon, and then by the time everybody's eating at 6 o'clock at night, right? That same friend of mine's had 2 beer, and I've had maybe 9, 10. And luckily I don't like act real bad, because if I did, then I guess people wouldn't invite me over or come over to my place. But I just drink the beer, and I don't. I'm not a bad drunk. I stay away from the whiskey, because I just remember in my 20s and as a teen, I was either the nicest guy in the world you ever meet or the biggest asshole in the world you ever meet. Not, it was like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, but I didn't know who was showing up to the party. I just decided that's enough to think of that shit. You know, if I'm at my brother-in-law's at Christmas, he likes the whiskey. I might have a couple glasses of whiskey, that's it. I have no more. Yeah, I'd never had that issue where I was like, I gotta sober up and not drink. No, I never had problems that are alcohol related. You know, I never got in trouble because I was drinking. Well, you know, you did when you were a teenager, little stuff. I mean, nothing bad and nothing in the last since I've been like maybe in early 20s. Maybe at the bar fight in a bar over a girl or something stupid like that. That's what it's usually about. But yeah, no, like if you put me on an island and they say you can have all the, and I get to try it, and they say you can have all this weed the rest of your life on this island, or you can have whatever beer of your brand you can pick, and it'll never go away, it'll be unlimited, but you can only have one. I take the weed, and I'd make sure there's no loopholes, you know, like not like the Twilight Zone where I have no papers or no bomb, no. Everything would be just as the way you'd want it, but you can only have one or the other. You would definitely be taking the weed. Goodbye, beer. Plus, I like being a little more in control. Smoke weed and you know, everything's under control. You're drinking. Boy, you got no control. Even if everything's going good, just drunk's drunk. You know, there's no polite word for it. You get drunk, you get drunk. You can't do nothing but keep drinking and eat some pizza or something, you know. Party on till you pass out. Wow, yeah, weed, man. Like I said to a friend a long time ago, we were talking about this. This is, you know, years ago. And I said, how many people that are alcoholics that you hear reading the paper or whatever, they got charged for holding up a liquor store or holding up a, you know, this or that, and then they find out it's because they wanted booze or booze related, and they go, how many times do you hear of a fucking pothead doing the same thing? And it's like, potheads are just too lazy. They're not going to go. They might think about, oh man, we should go rob that gas station, man, look all the money we get more weed. And the other guy would be like, yeah man, let's do it. And then they'd be like, well, what were we talking about, man? I don't know, but you gonna eat that last slice of pizza or what? What pizza? You know, and then it's gone. They not that somebody on marijuana has never committed a crime, but that's the bottom line. Potheads have always been pretty much harmless. When you get drinking, though, you can have the nicest guy in the world, and then he can ruin his entire reputation for life over one night of getting drunk and doing something real bad. Well, I don't think I'd ever have to worry about that kind of stuff. Mine would be more just getting to like a fight or an argument or something with somebody. Girls around here, they let me know right away what no means. I got no problem with that. God love you. Oh yes, it's going to buy little books. Yeah. Booze and women. They don't mix very good. No, they do not. Wait a minute, look at that lantern on. That lantern for the oil. I like the oil. That one video I have. It's one of my recent ones where I go into a pot distillery place, you know, where they sell weed and shit. One of those ones on the native reserve. And when I was all done filming, I ended up buying something. I happened to notice that they were selling honey oil. I haven't had honey oil since I was in high school. Yeah, I might try that sometime. Yeah, they got hash, honey oil, regular oil, hash oil. They don't sell mushrooms. I don't think they sell mushrooms, but they sell mushroom chocolate bars. I bought one 2 summers ago. Oh, holy wow. I think I had like 6 grams in it. Oh, fuck. They were fucked up. And I drank beer too, eh? I drank about fucking 8 beer, and it felt like I only had 1. It was summer too. And I went and ordered a pizza, and I had somebody drive me over, and I picked it up. And I went in to pick it up, and the people they know me, you know, because I'm a good customer, and they're like yak, 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 right? And I'm standing there on the mushrooms, and it's just like Charlie Brown. It's like, and I just like kept on smiling and nodding my head, grabbed my pizza, and got the fuck out of there. I didn't have a bad trip, other than that part. They always see me, they never see me drunk, and they never, I guess they see me stoned all the time, but I don't like look like, hey man, I just look like normal. But they definitely they didn't say nothing to me. I think I pulled it off pretty good, to be honest. But I was fucking stoned. And I felt like so bad, almost like being around like your parents the first time, you don't ever, they don't know you're high. That's why I kind of had that feeling, but got that piece on the fuck over there. One of the reasons I was throwing grenades is I don't really like them too much. It's fun to get rid of them, and I don't want to sell them. Because there'll be other shit that I want to sell, like I get too much rat away, and I don't carry much rat away. After about 3 or 4 of them, I don't take. It's not garbage. After about 3 or 4 of them, I don't need the extra weight, and I don't use it enough. So I fucking have to carry it around. When you're a lower level, you need to carry around lots of it. I haven't really been back there too much. The Halloween or the Christmas scorch. This is a good place to come to those Christmas scorch to get those presents. There, you little bastard. Yeah, where you live, out near that area, mushrooms are wild, aren't they? Or am I thinking of the wrong area? They're pretty close to that area, if they're not. I know on the East Coast, one place where one buddy lived, he said they grow right in people's backyards. That's what I want. Technical document. I might even take that war drum and sell it really cheap. Yeah. Yeah, they don't grow wild here. Oh, I know that High Times magazine. I guess most of us stoners do, mostly the older ones. But I haven't read High Times in fucking ages. You know, since the internet, really. Used to always have like one of those magazines at a buddy's place or something. Look at stuff that we could never have. I remember those days. Now I go to the Native American pot store there, and my God, they got every strand. And I remember when I first went there, it was like amazing. I just had no idea. Oh, I knew there's lots of strains. I had no idea. Like, here's all this stuff right in front of me that I used to read in magazines. and it's like tax free, and you know you get. They have like three levels. Three levels. You have like lower shelf, mid shelf, top shelf, right? Yeah, they got dabs too there. I forgot. And the top shelf is actually, in my opinion, a little pricey because I tried it before. I didn't think it was all that much better than the mid shelf. But the mid shelf, you're looking at an ounce of, looking at about $120 for an ounce, and it's like always super duper good.
Oh, hey.
And then they have the other ones, the lower ones. I think an ounce is like about $40. But I never bought it before. But I have a couple friends that only buy the bottom shelf, and they say it's nothing wrong with it. But I don't know. I don't want to buy an ounce for $40 because it just doesn't sound like I'm going to get that high. But I don't know. Maybe I'd have to try my buddies to see what it's like. But I'm $40 for an ounce. Sounds a little too magical, like magic ponies and leprechauns, all that shit and Lucky Charms. You know, I grow my own, and you know, and it lasts. Well, like, right around Christmas time, it's about ready to go, and it's gone by about the spring. And then I just go up and get it on there, and I grow a new one, and around the May 24th weekend, just before that, grow just one and go back to that same native store and grab my goodies. I think I forgot to grab that. Did I forget to grab that friggin' pail? I think I forgot to grab that fucking pail. I did, didn't I? Let me see here. I did. Shit. That's the first time I've ever done that. But then again, I'm usually not talking to people. And my poor brain messed up. There we go.
Alrighty then.
Yeah. Alrighty then, indeed. They also have like an ungodly amount of edibles. I've only tried the hot chocolate bars, which are pretty good, and then that told you with the mushroom one, that was pretty powerful. They don't have brownies, but this other place I used to go to, but I don't go anymore, just because I like this other place better. Nothing wrong with the other one, but they used to sell brownies for $10, and they're all right. They didn't do what you see in some of those movies when people eat them, and then I didn't get that effect. But then again, I guess my THC is pretty fucking high. Tolerance is probably pretty high. But I made homemade brownies and ate a couple of them, and I didn't nothing was amazing for me. But I gave a bunch of friends some brownies, and they said, "Holy fuck, man, how much fucking weed did you put in it?" I'm like, "Really?" They're like, "Yeah, they're fucking potent." And I was just like, cool. And I realized, man, my THC tolerance must be through the roof. Alright, let's hand this in.
Bucking is hard work.
What did I forget?
This year lucky, Buck.
I didn't forget nothing.
Hey, give it a go.
There we go.
At all, exact personality not found.
Another turnaround.
Personality module load failure. Default personality initialized. Booth ID, cross toss. Is operation. Please begin action. Toss. At target. Cross container. For prize. Mr. Fuzzy tokens.
Good doggy. I tried to give him all day and he gets lay back and snooze. Here. Drug toss. Okay. When this game first came out, you had to get it right through the fucking loop or it wouldn't count. Now you just gotta touch the tire. I remember sometimes you just get like 1 out of 3. That's changed now. Well, it's changed for quite a while. Check something. All good.
I got your hot dogs right here. Hot dogs. Okay, honey. Ready, set, go.
Black beer, make me 20-plus-year-old hot dogs. Stupid robot. Just picked up some fresh ones. Alright, so I got to go see Bill. Who the hell up here? And to save some caps, go right there. That's free. That's a good one too. Make sure you got Ford Atlas. Because if you get the Ford Atlas, that's a free travel spot if you don't have that. So it's really nice in the map. Get you to wherever you got to get. Save some caps. Like what I'm doing right now. That's another thing. I helped my buddy out because he didn't start the game right away like I did. He didn't play during beta. He played maybe 6 or 7 months after release. So I took him around the map. So he had every spot on the map at a low level. Yeah, see, that's where I am now because I want to go over to see Biv. Even though I have lots of money, I don't like. Just because you have lots of money don't mean you just throw it away. Might pay a little extra for a recipe, a tiny bit extra for a recipe or a plan that I don't know because I might have one of those dailies where it'll say buy an item from a player. So I'll go to their vending machines and might spend a little tiny bit extra if I don't know that plan. There's still lots of plans out there I don't know. Lots and lots of them. Yeah, I haven't played with my buddy in a while. And just because, like we play it so much, just because we pop on, we don't immediately hook right up. It's like sometimes it's fun just playing on your own. But sometimes you get fucking yelling at him though too. He'll be like, I gotta go to my base. Fucking overburdened. Oh, I hate that one. I'd be like, quit fucking picking up every piece of fucking junk. Yeah, but I need it. You've been playing the game for over a year. You don't, or 2 years. You don't fucking need every piece of scrap. And then a little while later, he doesn't have. You got any extra adhesive? Ugh. Are you serious? He's a pretty good player though now. I sure fucking get chewing at him sometimes. When he first played, I was like yelling at him, chewing at him so much, and he gave me trouble. He's like, "You fucking knock it off, man. It's sick of you fucking chewing at me all the time." And I was like, "All right, I will," and I did, right? And then he made his first base, and he didn't put a roof on it, right? And I didn't say nothing, but it bugged me, but I didn't say nothing. And then there's this other guy I used to play follow-up with all the time. He doesn't play no more. And I was telling him, I was like, "It's been 3 weeks, man, and he still hasn't put a fucking roof on his fucking place, and it's driving me up the wall." And he goes, "Have you said anything to him?" I said, "No, not a word. I'm just gonna let him see how long it goes." And then we're playing the game, and this is about a week later. And I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Not much, having a couple cans of beer." And I was like, "Oh, you don't have to work today?" He's like, "No, got fucking today and tomorrow off." I was like, "Cool." It's like, "You gonna go on Fallout?" He's like, "Yeah." And I said, "All right, I'm gonna go on too." So we went on, and then he's like, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm doing the same thing as you. I can drink a couple cans of beer." He's like, "Cool." So about an hour goes by, right? A couple more cans of beer. And then, you gotta remember, this is my best friend in real life. So then I just lost it. I was like, "Why the fuck don't you have a roof on your fucking..." Oh, I just exploded on him, man. Like you found out, like almost like you found out, like somebody's sleeping with your wife, and you find a guy and you just flip on him. It was almost like, oh, my anger was so high. It was the most angriest I've probably been in years and years and years. But it had been building up for almost a month. I don't even remember what he said, but I know he built a roof that day. I do remember that. And he didn't do it to piss me off. He just was a really shitty fucking player, man.
Making that first batch
He's better,
is
way
easy.
better now.
What about number 2?
Oh my god.
Twitchy.
Test my intelligence. I like this one because I don't have to go anywhere. Drink some, what do you want me to drink? Rum? Drink some rum.
Think someone like me.
Oops. Yeah.
Use it.
Drink a weapon. Drink some rum.
Besides being a hat rat. Seeing you to make something worth $50 while a spiff like you, would you?
Make something here.
Don't be shy. Come on over and punch some ass with me.
There we go. Just like that. Don't have to go running around like this other stupid place.
Where's Lois anyway? We did one more completed quality test.
This guy is what you call an alcoholic. His whole brain's like in alcohol.
Show me what you mean. I promise I will.
24/7 fucking drunk.
You want to know what tomorrow's test will be? Oh, sneaky biggies. Come back and see for yourself. Lives the name, drink the game. I am in first place now.
Now, let's get rid of shit I don't need.
What was that sound? Oh! This is my transfer.
Do I? That's why I turn around. So I don't want people like Cordell and popping on and seeing me. See what's in my hand, a lighter. I turn around like this.
Today's a beautiful day. Floors green, walls blue, and the sky.
I'm not worried about YouTube because that's not breaking any rules. I just don't want to fucking do it right in front of like somebody like Cordell because he's not. He's not someone that really appreciates seeing that. He's more what you call. I don't know. He's just like a harmless, nice guy, and that would calm him out, I'm sure. Yeah, just like that, eh, Magic?
You sit down.
Just out of respect, I guess. I can do that. Be respectful. but like I said, then you can be like, okay, well, how come like one of your recent videos is you at a marijuana pot shop? Well, I don't fucking tell people I don't smoke dope. I'm not embarrassed for that. I just don't do it in front of my live streams. But I have no problem going to the pot shop and filming it, which I did just before Christmas. I sure like that store. Okay, so I guess I'm done. Now, what's going on with the deals here? Leading an event, I can do that. Right. I can do a public team when I come back because I gotta leave maybe in a half an hour. I gotta make that. Making the spaghetti and meatballs won't take long. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go down here. I have to take a base. But like I told you, like make these like bad comedy videos with these people that are on YouTube. Well, in a couple of the videos, some of my friends did little cameos, and my one friend Doug, that's the guy I talk about from grade 9, and the other friend Tiny, that's a big fat guy, does pizza reviews with me, pizza slice reviews. We went down. We had to do this one scene, so it had to look like this like swampy area, and we knew a perfect area, but it was in a graveyard in town. Well, town. I don't live in town, but when you go into the town, so I went there and I had them like dressed up and everything, man. And they're in like a fucking graveyard, and I'm filming it. But we smoked a whole bunch of joints. And another time we did it, we all ate a bunch of marijuana brownies, pot brownies. Yeah, my one big fat friend, he's called Professor T in my video. He's like this scientist with all the answers, but he's always like fucking wrong. Okay, I gotta go here now. I don't know if you know the A-Team. Used to be a TV show called The A-Team, and Mr. T used to be in it. And they like drove around in a van, and if you had a problem, the A-Team would be there and take care of it. Well, these guys are called the R-Team, way down in the alphabet. They're like the A-Team, but like the opposite. Like they're like a failure. Their boss is like yeah, you know Mr. T. Their boss is former USA Vice President Al Gore. That's their boss. Because Al Gore, he's not good enough to have like an A, B, or C team, so the government just gave him the R team. So like the last one that I made was a Christmas special that we made. I shouldn't say I made. That we all made. It was the R Team Saving Christmas from Lady Gaga. Yeah, there's some pretty fucking strange ones we have. When I sent the one guy the script, he's like, "This is fucking even stranger than anything we normally do." Oh yeah, I'll just sit there and have a few cans of beer and just smoking her up, and then one day something pops in my head. Let's make this. Write up a script, send it out to the boys. And the one guy, his brother has autism, and for about a year he was a real big fan of watching those R teams. He just loved them, and then he asked his brother, he's like, ask Cryptic Cowboy if I can join the R team. And he said to me, the other brother, he's like, I got something to ask you, but you're probably going to say no, and it's okay, and I feel bad asking you. And I was like, what? And he's like, well, my brother Jeremy, you know, I've told you before, he's a big fan of the R team and all that. I was like, yeah. He wants to know if he can be in an R team. He wants to know if he can join the R team, or at least just like be in one episode or something. And I was like, yeah, I can probably figure something out. And I was just planning on having him in one. And I made one, and his brother told me how much Jeremy loved it, and he showed it to his mom and dad, and there was some adult themed stuff in there. And I was like, "You showed it to your mom and dad?" He's like, "Yeah," and then he said like they were really happy and liked it. And then his mom commented on one of the videos, another one I made right after that, about how happy she was that I made her son feel really involved and all that stuff. So then I was like, well, I'll just keep Jeremy on the team. We'll call him like the radio man, and he can be the one that kind of like sets us off on our missions and shit. Well, I'm not in them. I'm more like just the director of it all. But yeah, so yeah, he likes when I send him his lines. Yeah, it is right on, and I'm not doing it to be Mr. fucking hero. No. You fucking nobody likes to feel left out. He wants to have some fun. Why not? It's not like I'm on TV and some big fucking giant show and I'm making millions of dollars. Oh, fuck no. Yeah, and he works out pretty good, man. He does. He loves his lines, and I give him. I always give him part, and it's not just tiny, little tiny part. He gets a pretty good part. I always make it out that he'll say suggestions and stuff, and then his older brother gives him trouble, like that won't work, can't do that, let's do it my way, and then his other brother will explain how to do it, and then at the end it always shows out that the older brother is always wrong and Jeremy's always right every single time. So I always make Jeremy kind of like hero-ish. I never make him like the buffoon or the guy that screws up. I already got other guys that are the buffoon and the screw up. I need at least one person that knows what's going on. So I make it Jeremy. But yeah, and then Jeremy likes it, and he thinks like to him, it's like he's in a movie and stuff, in a TV show. He knows he's not on TV, but he feels like that. That's how he feels. So I like that he feels like that. It's cool. So every few months we make one. It's not something we do religiously, but it's fun. And they're always like crazy stuff they're doing, you know, like fighting the Mothman, Bigfoot, fucking just out of the world, X-File type things. Strange things, like I said, Lady Gaga, and the Halloween one was based off of Charlie Brown's The Great Pumpkin, so they had to save Halloween or whatever. And the Great Pumpkin turned out to be real, and it was like this big monster. This one guy always gets fucking beat up and hurt every single episode. Always something fucking bad happens to him. Just like in real life, he says. This other guy, I don't know what happened to him. For like a couple years, like we were like super duper YouTube buddies, and then one day he was never on YouTube ever again, but he used to be the stoner of the group. He'd like fly like the airplanes and shit like that, and he's just baked, and he'd always like crash it and shit. And these guys are supposed to be this elite fucking government fucking, and they're all, and everything takes place like today, right? And sometimes they'll make stupid references about how they were in Vietnam. Like fuck, none of them would have been, most of them wouldn't have been even alive when Vietnam was going on, but I've had them go to the moon. Lots of shit. And they got props too. They got these props and they'll use them, like dress up, and it's pretty cool. And the one guy, the one brother, the older brother, he loves the acting and stuff. Like that's one. I had him. I think he was my very first person to subscribe to me. He might have been the first person I subscribed to him. And like he used to always have like these like little skits and stuff. And then one day this one guy I used to do the videos with from Scotland, he ended up going insane or something. His father died and he went in heavy depression, so that was the end of him. He used to be the star, actually. So I asked this other guy, I was like, hey man, I see you do these skits and stuff, and you always comment on those R-File and R-Team videos. Did you ever want to be part of that? Sign me up. Right on. So, because it was almost ready to die, I was like almost going to kill the series because like my main guy is fucking gone. It's like John Boy Walton's leaving the Waltons. What the fuck are we going to do now? Yeah, it's like fucking Batman and Robin, and Batman quit. What the fuck am I going to do with Robin? Well, things worked out in the end. And I killed characters off too, and they didn't even know. I killed them off like for good, and there was no problem. I told them I might bring them back here and there. I said that's just the way it's going to go for now. And they just killed them. One guy, how's the guy? Oh, I don't know if you know the Watchmen or not. But if you know about the Watchmen, there was a movie and it's like comic book and all that. Rorschach and Dr. Manhattan and all that. But if you know who the Watchmen are, we did an entire episode on the R-Team versus the Watchmen. And Rorschach killed 2 of the R-Team. But, oh yeah, out of the guys that are now there, I'm the only one that's a smoker. I think I might even be the only one that even drinks. You know, the Deans and Greens and Rob's gone. No wonder sometimes they see some of these fucking scripts I send them. Holy shit, that's crazy. Alright, so I had to do something else while I was here for the daily. Floors. This other one, go to group. Oh, I thought there was one to go to group. Oh, I'm thinking of the weekly. I'm not worried about that. I thought there was one to go to group. Or was that? Oh, that was yesterday. Yes, we're all done, and I don't do the daily operations. A lot of times it's just can't find anybody to do them with. So, not a big deal. Let's look at the scoreboard. If you're wondering why I haven't claimed anything, I don't know. It's just the way I am. Maybe I got some sort of weird thing in my head, but I never claim anything until I'm all done. And then when I'm all done, I grab everything. But the reason I took this is because I was drunk and I wanted to see what it was like. That's the truth. Now, the reason I took this is because right the first week when they had the board... Oh, I took that because that was the same night I was drunk and I opened that. But the only one I opened on purpose... No, I opened that because I wanted to open... No, I guess I just opened those because I was drinking. Other than that, I didn't open anything else. I don't know why I did that. So that's what's next. Eh? Okay, I guess I'm gonna. Maybe I'll open up. I don't want to go back there. I'm gonna open up this other biz. I was watching you the first time there, and yeah, going to your camp, whatever, and I saw like Kush, Camp Kush, Kush, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Everybody seems to call it a little different, but we all know what we're talking about. Yeah, I never really got creative. I just put cryptic corners the day I had it, and that was about it. This is, I never did take down the Christmas decorations. Maybe we'll do that sometime this weekend. Maybe I should check on that. Yes.
Hang out here on my camping.
I always miss 420, or else I'm already doing it. When I was in high school, the expression 420 wasn't really huge. Like, I never heard it until I was like not in high school. I don't know, sometime in my 20s. The generation underneath me, they started using that term. I don't know, maybe they heard it from TV or whatever, but I never heard it before. None of my friends ever said it. None of the dealers we ever used to go to, and you knock on their door at fucking 10 o'clock at night, none of them said it. Just fucking weed. Most they would say would be BC, or Afghan. And then the one stuff that I always knew to stay away from was once in a while somebody would say Mexican. They never buy Mexican. Mexican weed, man, that's like shitty outdoor. Really popular in the 70s. Back when I was playing with Star Wars figures. 4th month, 20th day. My buddy's birthday's the 4th month, the 18th day. Big Tiny. Yeah, isn't it? Yeah, April 18th. His birthday, I think, is on Hitler's birthday. I think him and Hitler have the same birthday. Check something. I'm gonna go down here and just clean up a little inventory. 156. Getting close to. I should get ready and going into town. Yeah, I think I will get that 12. I got a whole fucking. At least 5, maybe even 6 cans of 12s. I really should take those back. It's not that I have like cans of fucking upon cans because I'm a hardcore drinker. It's just I don't take my cans back. I should take them back every time I'm done, but then it gets to a point where I open up the closet. Oh my god! So I got them all in the hallway to remind me to take them. Okay, so I gotta go. Like I said, I just gotta do a little cleanup here. Turn this on. Oh, what do I see? Cram. I like the cram. Not in real life, but this character likes it. Anything? No. I remember when I'd never walk by that stuff. You heading her out, man? Oh, I'm always sober, man, 100% when I head out there. No, that's one thing that's on my no-no list. I don't fucking drink and drive. I don't have any reason, like I don't have like a tragedy or any problems with the law. No, one thing that I just don't do. I don't have a problem being stoned and driving, do that all the time. But no, I'm pretty safe in the weather here today. I don't know what it's like for you. Got the sun out. I don't see any snow or nothing. Looked like one of those. Oh, there's my buddy Bone Rex online now. Yeah, it's one of those days where it looked like a nice day. Kids go tobogganing or go skiing. It was a beautiful day. Oh, I have. When I was a teenager in early 20s, I have. But like nothing, thank God, and I never had any problems. But no, it's not like I'm Mr. Angel. No, I just met this girl when I was about 24, I guess, and got serious enough where we were like common law for about 5-6 years, and just kind of grew up in a way. Wasn't out chasing the skirts and beer no more. And then sort of stayed that way. Well, I gotta read what you wrote here. I only went ice fishing once and I didn't like it. And didn't catch nothing. And then And when you said that you almost killed yourself, that one guy that I was talking about, Bone Rack, just came up. I'm always talking about that guy from grade 9. We were drunk and fell through the ice when we were in high school, and it's a small town, everybody knew about it. They didn't know about we were drunk. And then the Napanee Beaver, that's the local newspaper, they came and interviewed all of us, and we were on the front page of the local town paper, and all of our parents were embarrassed. Let me see here. Yeah, that's definitely a no-no. I have a friend, I haven't seen him in years, but I have a friend, man. He was 17 years old, and he lived about 2 hours. We lived in that town. We lived about 2 hours away from Ottawa, and he had tickets, man. He had concert tickets to go see AC/DC in Ottawa, but he had no ride, and he couldn't find a ride, and he was trying to find a ride all morning at the high school, and he had money to pay somebody and everything, and he couldn't find a ride, and he tried to hitchhike hours and hours and hours before the concert, couldn't get a ride, nothing. So he was so frustrated, and here comes the point, it's come real quick. What he did, he was in this town called Kingston, which is about a 25 minute drive from where I'm sitting, where my buddy from grade 9, he works there. And anyway, so he sees this Voyager bus parked out by Tim Hortons. So he gets inside, he puts the fucking driver's cap on it, and he drove to Ottawa. He never did get to see the concert because the cops ended up getting him. He even put the fucking driver's hat on. Yeah, the old capital of Canada, Kingston. Yeah, and Warren, he was an Irish guy, Irish-Canadian, born in Canada, parents from Ireland. His last name was Looney. It still is, of course, but I mean, that's pretty crazy, right? Fucking guy's last name's Looney, does something loony like that. Stole a fucking Voyager bus just to go see an AC/DC concert. It's like, fuck, you're never gonna get caught. Like, you just don't get away with shit like that. It's pretty easy to find a Voyager bus on the 401 that's stolen. Yeah, that's where they used to have the only prison for fucking maximum offenders, hardcore. It's in Kingston, the old Kingston Pen. Now you pay $25, $50 and you go on a tour of it. I've never been there. Maybe one day after all this COVID bullshit's done with me, I might pop out on a tour to see what it looks like. It's pretty fucking old. That's for sure.
That
That's the
overseer
main thing I wanted to
lady
sell is that
said
body.
more people would be coming. It's nice to meet you.
Full capital. I'm not a big fan of Kingston. I don't know. The only thing, the only use I have for that place is if I have to go there and for some reason or whatever, for whatever reason, like I've been there a couple times, you know, just see Alice Cooper concert and a couple hockey games, but other than that, I don't go there for nothing. Shit, there were a lot for me. Yeah, we got an island here. It's called Amherst Island. It's a fair size. Small, like not a, you know, we don't have Walmart or nothing like that. But yeah, it's not that far from here by boat. That's what I wanted to throw that in there. Yeah, I got hit pretty hard out there. Shitty. Social distancing here is pretty good. Like I'm talking about where I live. Like, haven't heard any real complaints, never seen anything visually. Well, yeah. My one friend, we used to run together quite a bit in high school and in our early 20s. My one friend, he loves his beer. He's always drunk when he sends me a message on Facebook, and he's like, I got the COVID, man. He's like, I'm going to die. He's like,
Well done.
I'm just letting you and all my close buddies know how much you meant to me. You know, one of these blah blah things, right? And I typed back to him, because it was the next day he wasn't on. I said, you're not going to fucking die. I said, if you're healthy enough to fucking be drunk, drinking beer and up fucking smoking, I said, you're fine. I said, when you're on a ventilator,
Great to see living human.
then send me that message. I said, other than that, quit fucking worrying. You're making a fucking fool of yourself sending those messages to people. Yeah. He's a tough son of a bitch, though. Oh, he's old now, but
While you're here,
back in high school in the 20s, mostly the 20s, boy, he used to get a lot of bar fights over nothing. Over nothing. He usually used to be the instigator because he knew he was a tough fucking cunt. I'm not saying he was the toughest, of course. There's always somebody tougher, and there's lots of people tougher than him. He was smart enough not to pick fights with them, but one thing though, I tell you, he always had your fucking back. I don't know. He was very protective of his friends. He was a fucking guy, man. He could drink like fucking. Well, I'm not just. He can drink a lot of beer. I don't know how much. Never counted. I was too busy drinking myself back then, but he used to drink a lot more than I could. Saw him drink a 40 ouncer once. Fucking Jack Daniels, not the whole thing. 3 of us were passing around. We're in the woods. We had a big campfire, and then the 3 of us hung out a lot. But he didn't like the one guy who was living with me because he was a smart ass. And he was like Spock, you know. He always fucking knew everything that we did, and if we pronounced a word wrong, he'd correct you. But he partied and everything right along with us, big pothead. But we were drinking that, and it was about 3/4 full, and about 1/4 of it was full of Coke. Shook her up, passing her around, and getting good and drunk, smoking lots and lots of oil joints, and everything's going good. Fire, nice night. Couldn't ask for a better night. And then this just happens out of the blue. that big tough guy says to my friend Wayne, he says, "Why do you fuck fat chicks?" And my friend says, "What's your business?" I don't know, something like that. And they were just lipping back and forth. Nothing. We didn't think anything was going to happen. And next thing you know, my friend Leonard, he grabs the fucking bottle. There's about this much left in it, right? Out of 40, which is a lot. You know, I know it was mixed, but it wasn't like hardcore mixed. And he just downed it. And then it was gone. And he throws it on the ground. And that one friend says, "Hey, what are you doing, man?" Something like that. And he hip tossed him. This is the tough guy. The tough guy grabs him as they're sitting, and he hip tossed him right into the fire. And when my friend got up, he's like, "Ah!" And he's got this log, and it's stuck on his arm, and the log's glowing red and white, and it's stuck right on his arm. And then my other friend was going to just start putting it to him, and I grabbed him in a bear hug, and I said to Wayne, I said, "Run, because I don't know how long I can fucking hold him for." I'm trying to calm my buddy down, and my other buddy shook the wood off and ran straight to the highway, stuck his thumb out, showed his arm to the person that was driving. I needed to go to the hospital, and the first car, he said, picked him up, took him right to the hospital. And I saw his arm next day, it was all wrapped up, but when he did take it off, holy shit, what a scar he had. What a scar. Yeah, those two never got along very well. Now I gotta put my bass back. Well, but the other guy, he was lippy, and I don't think he thought that anything like that would ever happen, because the two of them have argued a zillion times drunk. Nothing like that ever happened. What it did that night. I'll never forget it. My friend's eyes were open, like he just, the best way I can describe it, the look on his face was like he just walked in his house and saw his family murdered. It was just a look of pure shock, and then you saw that it wasn't like a little branch, it was like a log you'd see on a fire, and it's embedded in his arm. The heat just melted right into it, and then my friend was ready to just start laying the fucking knuckles to him, like just ready to pounce him. Well, one, that wouldn't have been very fair. Actually, I should say number two. That wouldn't be very fair. But number one, he wouldn't need my friend to have a disadvantage with the burning log. He'd knock him out sober, stoned, or drunk any day of the week. So he didn't need that much of an advantage. But he sure wanted to kill him. I'll tell you that. I was younger and stronger in those days, and it was pretty tough to hold him in that bear hug. I'll tell you that. By the time he broke free, Buddy was long gone. Double check this. I can't remember if I took that or not. Oh, it's back on my base this time.
Hey there.
How's it going? How come you don't have this on? I got a whole slew of friends that are nothing like that. That you could take to a good restaurant and not have a problem. You wouldn't even have a funny story or a bad story, just be normal. I got friends you could go to the bar with and nothing would happen, but I do have a handful of other friends that come with stories. Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, I sure, Jesus, I better get going. I sure feel that beer feeling. I really want one. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my bonus here. Sleep in. I might have already got it. I'm going to have to log off for a bit. Go to town, grab that shit I mentioned, come back, crap can. Start making fucking din. When I'm all done that, we'll come back down here and see what's going on. And if nothing's going on, or if I'm in the mood, I'll just come back live. Let me just double check, make sure I dumped this shit. No, I didn't. Good. And I'm gonna grab this. And this. And then I'm going to log at Vault 76 because when I come back on, I gotta go up here and get some cranberries. So I can make some cranberry relish so to get more XP. And it's time to go. It's almost 2:15. One nice. What's this again? Oh, it blocked out when you swore here where it says fuck the big city. I didn't know I had my settings on there, so that swear words didn't show up. I didn't have it set there. I think I just have it on normal, eh? Oh, my dad uploaded a video. It's got this new 20 horsepower electric engine for his... Actually, maybe I'll log here so I won't forget why I'm there. For his, he made a homemade catamaran boat. And they had a, I don't know, whatever motor he had on was pretty weak. Didn't do a very good job. Wasn't going as fast as he wanted, so the motor he's got now. He's looking forward to putting that on in the spring. We had a video with me and him launching it with the old motor. It moved around no problem, but don't want to go down the Lake Ontario without some power, more power than what we had. Okay, I'm gonna log here, man. Thanks a lot for popping by. Had a good chat. And when I come back this afternoon, if you're on, I'll pop by and say hello. If not, I'll probably end up popping back on and playing a little more Fallout myself. Alright, so I'm gonna say goodbye. And I gotta go and get ready to go into town because I'm not ready. So, have a good one, and we will talk later. Yeah, you take her easy too, brother. Peace from my side of the pond. Actually, I'm going to turn this PlayStation right off because I'm not going to be doing fuck all. Adios, amigos. Au revoir.